Here we have for sale our 2018 on a 68 plate Ford Transit Custom. This is the 280 Limited, which means it's got a 2.8 ton gross vehicle weight, and the Limited being the spec, which we will of course talk you through in this video. This van has got the 2-litre TDCi diesel engine with 130 brake horsepower, and that's accompanied with a 6-speed manual gearbox, and this is the L1 short wheelbase low roof version. So as I say, what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Limited Custom of this age, and we'll also talk you through the condition and ownership of this particular example as well, seeing as it is currently available for sale at the time of recording. First thing to note is if you've come to this advert, or this video should I say, via one of our adverts, there is no VAT to pay on this particular example. So a very unique opportunity. All the vehicles that we've got in stock at the moment, I believe, are all plus VAT. So it's a very unique opportunity with no VAT to pay on this particular example. Starting here then at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that we've got rear barn doors. What I mean by that are two doors which open in that sort of fashion. And the first bit which has been added to this particular van is this nice subtle rear spoiler just there, which is of course color coded in the body color, which is called Orange Glow Metallic. Fantastic color. Probably I think one of the only customs that we've had in this color thus far. So as I say, another rare opportunity there. In terms of the spec on a Limited, at the rear of the vehicle you get color-coded door handles, you get color-coded bumpers, you also get color-coded mirrors, and also these trims down the side of the vehicle here are all color-coded in that body color. If we open up the rear barn doors, we can then start to have a look at the load area. When you open up the rear barn doors, you'll see this little yellow arm just there. If you pull on that, it clips into place there against the rear door. And that allows you then to open the rear doors right out to the 180-degree position like so. You can do exactly the same with the other door as well. Just as I say, by simply pulling on that handle, clips into place there, and then it opens it right out. And this is where you'll see the fantastic load area on this particular van. A reason why this is a bit unusual or a bit special is that it has got this fantastic hard-wearing Raptor spray lining right the way through the van, or right the way through the sides of the van. And as I say, what this does is a textured spray-on lining which was on the van from new, and as I say, it just gives a fantastic protection, especially to these sort of areas here where they would usually be exposed and painted. It aids in the protection of those areas. Same with the wheel arches, and of course it's beam ply lined, but it's also going right the way across there as well. Also in the back of this van, you've got these fantastic extra LED loading lights in the back of here, so it really does brighten it up in the back. On the floor, we've got the usual hard-wearing plastic floor, which would come as standard in the Transit Custom. This one has actually got a full ply floor underneath as well, so you could actually take this out if you would prefer the ply, so that is actually there as well. The background of this particular example, this was, we actually know this van from new, so the owner of this van has been our locksmith, the guy who does our keys on all of our vehicles. If we have a missing key, he will come out and make a new one for us. So this van has effectively been kitted out as a little mobile workshop, a little office really. There was a desk along the side of there with his computer and things like that on top of it. And that is why it is just so immaculate, this particular example. It hasn't been used for certainly a heavy trade by any stretch of the imagination. It's been very light use and very well cared for, as is apparent with the fantastic condition throughout, it must be said. I will gladly point out any marks or blemishes that I can see, but looking around this van, it is hard to find any. If we then go down the driver's side of the vehicle here, and we can have a look in the reflections where available, and as I say, you can just see how clean and straight this particular example is, and that colour really does look absolutely fantastic. Mud guards as well on the Limited. And then the other thing which has been added to this particular example are these very nice 18-inch caliber gloss black alloy wheels. The rears have actually got Michelin tyres on, and good tyres on the front Also, and the tyres, the alloys, should I say, all seem to be in very good condition. I believe one of the alloys has a slight curbing mark, but otherwise it's all in fantastic order. But just looking how clean and straight that is down the side there is quite literally nothing I can really point out. I mean, if you got your magnifying glass out, you may find the odd hairline scratch possibly, or a stone chip, but I must say it's looking really, really clean and tidy. If we open up the driver's door, then we can start to have a look at the spec in here and the condition. So we've got electric windows, we've got electric folding mirrors, and that's how those operate just there, by using that dial. We've got auto activated lights and wipers. Of course, we have got 2 full keys with the vehicle. If we look at the mileage, 25,867 miles there, as indicated on the odometer, and you can see there's no warning lights or anything like that on the dashboard. Leather multifunctioning steering wheel. On the left hand side, we've got the cruise control settings just there. And then on the right hand side, this is where you can control the onboard computer, and also you can answer and hang up the phone, because of course you've got Bluetooth phone prep. Driver seat height adjustability, and this is thigh adjustability, so adjustability of the front of the seat. And we've also got then the driver's armrest, which is on a ratchet, so you can set that to your desired height. Up on top of the dashboard here, you'll see I've got a USB there, and also a 12-volt socket. And there's a reason why I've got that USB plugged in, which I'll show you in just a second. Looking then into the middle, we've got the 6-speed manual gearbox, as I mentioned. A nice little hidden cup holder down here as well. And then looking in the middle, fantastic spec here. So we've got heated windscreen, heated seats, air conditioning, heated wing mirrors, fantastic spec there. And then we've got this lovely sync screen in the middle. And the reason why I've got the USB occupied up on top of the dashboard is to show you that this van has got Apple CarPlay. So absolutely fantastic to have this in the vehicle. Very user friendly. You can use your Google Maps on here. You can listen to your music via Apple Maps as well, or Spotify, Apple Music, should I say, or Spotify. So plenty of usability there. And of course, you can go back to the home screen here. If we go onto here, onto audio, you can see that we've got DAB radio just here, and you can also connect your phone to this via Bluetooth as well if you wanted to. But as I say, an absolutely fantastic system indeed. Another USB port just down here, and a 12-volt socket as well. And in terms of condition, very difficult to fault in the middle, in here. Got the fold-down work tray there with a couple of cup holders, and also somewhere to store your paperwork as well. You can just see, I say, you've got your full Apple Maps there on the screen for ease of use. Moving then round to the front of the vehicle, another lovely feature on this Shape Transit Custom is that fantastic LED daytime running light there around the outside, which I think really does set the vehicle off very nicely. Front and rear parking sensors, so it's very nice to have the front parking sensors just there. And you've also got the front fog lights there, and you can just see how clean and tidy this vehicle is. It's absolutely stunning, it must be said. And then finally, before we finish here, just looking down the passenger side, and again having a look for any marks or scratches. It's all looking very clean and tidy indeed. And this is the very small little curbing mark which I mentioned just there. That is absolutely minor and being very critical, but otherwise a very difficult van to fault indeed. I'll just open up the side loading door as well, just to show you another aspect here. This Raptor spray is actually halfway up the bulkhead as well, so it gives you some protection to the bulkhead. And it gives you another look here at the floor, and I say there is a ply floor under there as well. Because one thing to note, because there is a ply floor under here, it does hinder the opening hatch here. So if you wanted that to, if you wanted to use that, you'd probably be best to take one of the floors out, which of course we can do that for you if you wanted to, just to allow that hatch to open there. So that would allow you to load right the way under the seats. So just to summarize, a no VAT Ford Transit Custom. It's a 280 Limited with a 2-litre TDCI 130 brake horsepower engine, accompanied with a 6-speed manual gearbox. Absolutely fabulous condition. If you'd like to inquire on this vehicle, please head over to our website if you haven't already, which is www.bridgeendvans.co.uk, where you'll find all of our contact details. We'll be more than happy to help you with any part exchange inquiries that you may have, We can also arrange finance on all of our vehicles as well, starting at very competitive rates as low as 7.9% APR. We can also arrange funding for limited companies as well. Thank you very much for watching.